Hi, it's Andy.
Hi, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kirk.
Okay, so welcome to the ADK channel, and today we are going to check out a band that the title of the band is up in the title of the screen somewhere, wherever it is that you see it on your computer or on your phone. Andy and Kirk have never heard this band. I assume you haven't heard this band. I've definitely never heard this band. I can't even pronounce this band. So this is going to be interesting. We have done a lot of videos today. We've been filming. You'll have probably noticed that if you've seen us wearing the same t-shirts. This is our very final song of this evening before we go and get some well-earned rest, I think. But let's go check out today's video. We'll share our thoughts and feelings at the end. Let's go check it out.
You can call me Kitten.
Okay, anyone got an idea on the band's name?
I noticed that it was mixed by Kirk Ballow, of Converge. Who
Right.
does, he's like one of the best in the game, isn't he? American band? I don't know who that is, though.
The band is the band title is 14 letters long, one word.
Is it Sanguisugabogg?
There you go.
Fuck, is it? Wow, they've changed it.
I knew Kirk would know.
Yeah, I reviewed their album, the Century Media release in 2021, and I really enjoyed it. They've changed direction. To me, they were a brutal death metal band, with that high-tuned snare sound, which they've retained in there. But they were using a lot of simplistic, almost new metal riffs in there. They're not as heavy as I remember them. Oh, okay.
I don't know if this was new or if this was old. I've got to check actually when this one came out, but I didn't think it was that old. That was the song called Face Ripped Off.
If that's off the last album, I don't remember it. They sounded a lot heavier from what I remember.
Right. Okay. I'll find out while we go through it. So, Kirk, you might as well, as you're already talking, tell
Yeah,
us a little bit about it then.
okay, this is a band that have an unpronounceable name. I think it's Sanguisugabogg. They're an American death metal band, and they, strangely enough, want to, the stereotype of most brutal death metal songs, a lot of them being about slaughtering women. There's this like serial killer mentality, isn't there? Butchery, it's obviously Cannibal Corpse, fucked with a knife and songs like that as an example. They're trying to turn it on its head, and on the last album they declared they wanted to write the first homoerotic gore album, which is quite an unusual thing that if you want to achieve with subtleties. I think we've got to talk about the video first, before I even analyze the song.
Just before you get into that, just to let you know, the video is a brand new video by them. Right. It's just come out.
I think some of their fan base are going to be disappointed with that song. They've really dumbed down the sound a bit there. It's I like the drum work because of that high tuned snare. The guitar work, I couldn't listen to an album full of that. It is just really laying into your bottom two strings and it going dun 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 dun. That is, there was no tremolo picking in that. Come on, if you're a death metal band, mix it up. Damn, I can't say that I'm too impressed, and I'm probably not looking forward to their album now after that. The vocals,
I've disappointed you, Kirk.
The thing is, how dry were those guttural vocals? They're unlistenable. There's no talent in that. Death metal, I love harsh vocals. I fucking hate those type of vocals. Anyone can do that. You just turn up your microphone, put reverb on, and grunt. There are so many more sophisticated styles in extreme metal that you can do with your voice, and that to me is just a cop out. It's the easiest thing to do. I understand that when you're down tuned so low, what else can you do? Well, you can go really high and scream through it, which I much prefer. So the song disappointed because they've really changed direction for what I remember. Right. Video, my God, how grotesque and disturbing was that? I'm not even going to say this with any guilt. I enjoyed the video because I grew up watching slasher films, Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street and Driller Killer and The Burning and all these classics. So doesn't matter what the music's like. When you get a video like that, hell of a budget behind it as well. You see when the intricacy of using that scalpel to cut the flesh off that woman's face. Well,
it's because they saved the money on the budget on the album, so they could spend it on the video.
Yeah, I still like that high tuned snare in the mix. You don't hear that enough. What tuning is that snare, Dave? Are we talking? Because very few metal bands will tune so high on the drum snare.
It really depends on also what type of snare they're using. So I tune my snare quite high as well, but I've got a deep shell, so mine just gives me more of a crack. Whereas if you did it on like a piccolo snare or something like that, you'll get much higher. It's used more for like jazz drummers and stuff like that. Exactly. If they're going that way, but metal drummers don't tend to go. They want a big, weightier sound.
That is the one thing that stood out for me in that. But Andy, come on, give me your opinion on this death metal band that won quite a lot of critical acclaim 2 years ago.
I've never heard of them.
They're on Century Media, by the way, so they're on one of the majors.
That's sort of what I'd term sort of slam gore. I mean, there's way better examples of that. I mean, I did go through a phase of sort of, listening to that kind of thing, but it does get very repetitive. I mean, Fetal Juice, Coca-Cola Police, Putrefied J are the three examples of bands that I've got albums of, and they are way better than that. It was, as you say, the vocals were, I don't know, just
one-dimensional.
One-dimensional. That's a good phrase, Kirk. And I used to love horror films. Not so much now. I don't watch them, but that is real horror, isn't it? That's not some phantom you dream up and kills you in your dreams. That is the abduction and the torture and the dismemberment of a woman, and I'm really disturbed by that. Maybe that's because I'm a father of two girls, and I'm still quite I don't know. I'm still quite disturbed by what I saw there. I mean, the song title gave you a big clue as to what was going to happen to that poor girl in the bath, wasn't it? You know what I mean? And then you got the scalpel out. You knew exactly what was going to happen, and I won't be watching that again.
Yeah,
not a good way to end the session, Dave. Sorry.
Well, at least we've got that one out of the way, so you don't have to do any more videos after that.
We want your opinion, Dave.
I felt the video was too much. You can do videos like the idea, the concept, without being too gross. They went down the route of Hostel horror movie. They went graphic.
Yeah, Hostel I can't watch. I mean, I watch horror films, but those films are gore for gore's sake.
They are gore.
It's like that video. I mean, I've watched forced gender reassignment by cattle decapitation, and that's up here compared to that. That was horrific.
And the thing is, you can do these sort of videos with cutaways and stuff like that, and so that the audience knows what's happening. But you can see like the blade about to go in, then you can see the skin being held up afterwards, for instance. You don't have to see like the actual cutting round and removing it and peeling it back. That was the bit which makes it just too real. Now, maybe they went that with a shock factor. It was shot very well, the video, but I think it was just too extreme for me. I don't like. I watched Hostel once and never watched it again, and I never watched any of the follow-ups because it's just I don't really want to watch that. I like the horrors which do the cutaways and just make you think what's happening, and the little shock horrors and stuff like that. They're all fun. Track wise, no, I didn't know anything about this band. It was one of the ones that just came up on my feed. I downloaded it. I didn't even check who produced it, as far as like if it was on a label or if it was like, as you said, Century Media.
Yeah.
When I first listened to that this time round here, I actually thought it was like a local band, like just someone who'd done their first demo.
Yeah, the
sound is just the guitars have got like just a raw sound. There's no weight to them, even though they're doing chuggy. There was no fatness to the sound. There wasn't any balance to it. It sounds like they just did a single track of guitar. They didn't do like two left, two right, a central. They didn't fill the sound out. The vocals, as you said, I don't know if that's a good version of style of that vocal, but they were just like, they didn't sit in the mix either. Everything just felt like some guys had gone in and recorded one day in a studio, in a local rehearsal studio with like that has an 8-track mixer in there, recorded it, and they've put it out. So when you then tell me that they were like acclaimed and this is off their brand new album, I don't know if they've intentionally just gone for a really old, raw, unpolished sound to get away from being too polished. But there wasn't anything really there that makes me want to listen to it again or check them out any further.
There was no energy to it, was there? I mean, it's ironic when you say you need more life in your death metal, but they do. There was just nothing there. I'm so disappointed. Actually, now I've had time to digest it. Obviously, I clearly enjoyed the video. Again, probably won't go back to it, but from a shock factor point of view. But musically, I am not looking forward to this album if every song is going to sound like that. It wasn't even heavy in the end, was it? You're right, there's no weight to those guitars.
I actually think
engineering is fucking atrocious on that song.
And do you know what? The song was 2 minutes and 43 seconds long, the video. It was just under 3 minutes, the total length from start to finish, and I still felt that was too long.
Yeah.
I got bored by about 35 seconds in, so disappointing there. And for sort of gory, kind of heavy, what's meant to be a real heavy band, but really bad production. I don't know if it would have changed much if they'd done a better production job on it. Maybe our thoughts on the actual song would be different. I don't know. People can let us know what they think about the production, because we've not heard anything off the previous album. Well, you have, Kirk, but we haven't. So.
I liked it. I give it 8 out of 10. Or was it a 7? It was a positive review, and it didn't sound like that. That's my point.
No. Well, there we go. Well, Andy's going to go watch some Disney movies to now get that vision out of his head. I'm going to go watch Fear of the Walking Dead, actually, which is what I'm in the middle of watching right now. So
I'm going to go and eat.
It's still a lot more milder than what we just watched there, but bloody hell. But yeah, we'll put a parental warning sign up on that video, I think.
That was horrific. I think we need
that was gory as hell. There we go. Well, shame on them. Anyway, if you like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe. And we will, of course, see you on another video sometime very soon. Take care.